Good evening, friends. How are ya? So this is going to be a review that you never knew you needed. So I'm Keisha. This is Parker, my co-host, because she'll never leave me alone. And so we are going to recap The Bachelor. Now, this is not a review for those who regularly watch it. This is for those who haven't watched it at all, but have a slight interest of what's happened. Okay, so this is not really professional at all. This is just me talking to my friends. All right. So before we get started, I would like to let you know that this video is sponsored by nobody. Just kidding. But I want to talk about the snack. Now, I never see any commercials for this, but if y'all have not tried the Skinny Pop Popcorn Mini Cakes, you know what you're missing. If you want a light snack that tastes good, give them a try. I'm telling myself, and I ate this whole bag one day, and I was doing it while I was catching up on The Bachelor, so that's why it's in the review. So let's get started. So we first have, all right, so this is the 25th season of The Bachelor, and in all of the 25 seasons, this is the first time there is a brown gentleman as The Bachelor. And his name is Matt. He's 28, from North Carolina, but currently lives in New York. At least as of the taping of the show, lives in New York. Real estate, loves working with kids. Well, can you believe that out of all the seasons, there's only one couple, according to Wikipedia, that has gotten married and has stayed together. And that's Catherine and Sean, who I also happen to see on Marriage Boot Camp. And they have 3 wonderful kids. They have 2 sons and a daughter, just like me. And they got married in 2014, just like me. So we have some things in common. So congrats to Catherine and Sean. But back to Matt, our bachelor. We're not saying bye yet, Parker. What are we talking about? All right. Okay. So what she basically said is that you know the premise of The Bachelor. You have one guy and a bunch of girls, and they're trying to go for love. Now, he has adamantly stated that he is looking for a wife at the end of this journey. So we're hoping that it's a plus for him. Now, you know, they come in and they're all dressed up, and, you know, there's always a couple of little loop-de-loos. So there's one girl who came in with a crown on, talking about she was Queen Victoria, and then she didn't come to make friends. She was here for Matt, and she was just a little off the rails. There was one girl that came in her lingerie with 2 dresses and asked him to choose which dress she should use for the first night. You know, the other girls were looking at her like, all right, girl. There's a couple of girls that came in and kissed him at first. You know, just trying to make that first impression. And then the other ladies, you know, they're all in their little nice gowns and everything. And they do the little cocktail party. Yeah. And then the guy comes in, and then the host, I think his name is Chris, right? All right, so then, you know, there's a rose ceremony, and then he picks the girls that he wants to continue on the journey with. And then you go on to the next day, and then he chooses a girl he wants a one-on-one date with. Then he has some group dates. What do you want to say? All right, so at this point, most of the girls, they're getting along pretty well. They think Victoria's crazy, and they're just waiting to hope that they get a date with Matt. You know, the usual schmusual, whatever. So then now the other dates, they have these competitions. One was they had them in wedding gowns, and they were paintball fighting. One was a boxing match, and a girl got knocked in the face pretty good. And then Matt, he was like, oh, nope, that's it. And they did some other things too. But about a couple weeks in, then they surprise him and bring in 5 new girls. So then, you know, the current girls are mad because they're like, well, some of us haven't even gotten a one-on-one date and all of this, and they're going to bring in 5 more girls. So, you know, there was that drama. So there was some not so nice talking going on. One girl decided to tell Matt about it. And he was like, nope, not having that. He's like, I am looking for a wife in this, so if someone's going to be a bully, I don't go for that. So kudos to Matt for doing those things. And after that, the girls were like, ooh. And so they was like, oh, you know, well, we were all just getting along, and I'm sorry if you felt offended, blah, blah, blah. You know, and some girls didn't make it. So about a week or so ago, I did this parody. And at the time, I didn't know which young lady the voice I was using, but now I know her name was NJ. And unfortunately, she was part of some of the little drama going on, and she ended up going home. I still like the sound though. And then there's the nerve of this one girl by the name of Heather, who just popped up out of nowhere talking about, yeah, can I speak to blah, blah, blah. You know, I was told by Matt's best friend Hannah that me and Matt would make like the great match, so I just want to meet him. Now, production knows that they should not have brought that girl in. First of all, then she had to quarantine. And then to bring her in, and they were already weeks into the journey. So what makes her think that she gets a special privilege to come in after these girls are trying to get dates with him, etc., etc.? So I was not too happy about that. But when they did finally let her come into one of the cocktail rose ceremony parties, he was surprised to see her, but he did not let her stay. So the girls were like, woo, I like him even more after that. We're finally to the final four. So we have Rachel, 24 from Georgia, Bree, 24 from California, Serena, 22 from Canada, and Michelle, 27 from Minnesota. So this is at the point where they get to do the go meet your family times. But because of COVID, they brought the families to them. So they showed him meeting each of his families, and you know, they're having their normal talks. In the end, it seems like Serena decided that she didn't feel like Matt was her person. So she decided to leave. And he was pretty sad about it. So now the remaining three ladies are Rachel, Bree, and Michelle. So we'll see. The next episode is Monday, but that's the girl tell-all. So that's when I think they all get together and, you know, and talk more stuff about crap that was going on, yada, yada, yada. I believe it comes on Mondays on ABC. So check your listings. All right, friends. Hope this helped. If not, hope you got a laugh anyway. All right, Parker, do you want to say bye? Bye. I don't know if you heard her. She said bye.